This clip is the most unhinged, disturbing thing. And just remember, this is the most popular network news channel, Fox News. And he has become the most popular show. Is that right? No?
Yeah, he's the highest rated on Fox. And like you said, Fox is the highest rated quote unquote news channel. So
I don't know what their end game is. I really don't. I mean, I'll be honest, I feel like back in the day when I was doing YouTube, I understand what it means to get lost in the sauce a little bit. Like, you can get addicted to covering. I'm gonna do a little self-reflection here as I try to understand Tuck the Dick. And back in the day, in I don't know, 5 years ago, it was really popular to be making anti-social justice warrior videos. And when it started, it was really, I felt, just because it wasn't like a political thing. These people were, like, back in the day, they're super obnoxious. Like Zarna, the girl who went off on Humongous. For me, that was just a slam dunk. She's just so annoying and, like, so wrong, right? But so over the years, though, you start to see that you're getting this audience. You're gathering these audience of reactionaries, and you start to see comments like making generalizations about all women and liberals and shit like that. And then you start seeing your videos retweeted by people like that. I go, oh, I don't like that guy. You start to see it being retweeted by people like Mark Dice, that guy.
I know the name. Who is
Ben
that again?
Shapiro follows me, and then Dave Rubin follows me, and they all want to get me on their show and talk about social justice warriors. And I was like, what is happening? You know what I mean? But they get the most views. People love the social justice warrior thing. So it came to a point where I was like, you get addicted to making that content because it gets such a strong response. But part of you is like, do I even believe what I'm saying now? And also, what is the effect of me making these videos and the people that are coming to my channel and watching it? Like these, you know what I mean? So there's a little bit of a self-delusion that takes place to keep making those videos. And it came to the point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And I think there was a lot of disenfranchised fans at the time that were like, when I came out as like a liberal, I came out of the closet as a liberal.
Are you crazy?
No, I feel like I was always upfront with my politics, but people always with internet personalities, people always want to pretend like, oh, he's one of us. And I most definitely was not one of them. So it was a little disturbing to me to be like, definitely not one of them, but I can't stop making these videos because they're just get the best response and my channel's growing. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, that's where the only way I can possibly identify with what Carl Tuck the Dick is doing is that he's lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I think he's ruthless and, addicted to growing a show and the ratings, there's an ego element. He's the top rated news show. All these guys are machismo alpha male type people, and they're they want to be number one.
Tucker's an alpha male. You seen this motherfucker wear a bow tie?
Well, I don't believe that alpha males are a thing. I think that whole concept is stupid, but they believe in that.
That's what a beta would say.
And that's what they see themselves as. So
you think Tucker sees himself as alpha? Well, how are you alpha if you tuck your dick between your legs, bro? That's not alpha. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I mean, it's not alpha. It's just ironic that he tucks his dick between his legs.
It is, yeah, that is ironic. He's well known for his dick tucking habits. So
we wear them because we have to.
I can't possibly imagine putting this out on television. And on Fox News they have checks and balances, and they have lawyers, and this is the worst thing I've ever seen him say. And he says a lot of bad shit. Like, a couple of weeks ago, he's talking about white replacement theory. I was like, whoa, Tucker is becoming like a straight up white nationalist. But the more anger, the more outrage, the more views, right?
Yes, indeed.
And I've learned that firsthand. That's just the truth. So let's watch and brace yourself, because this is fucking vile.
We did give in. This grotesque version of Halloween went on for more than a year, and it's still going on. Not even Tony Fauci still pretends that masks are medically necessary.
he's lying. I don't even know what he's referring to.
Probably the fact that they're saying that, if you're outdoors and you've been vaccinated, then yeah, it's pretty much cool to not wear a mask.
Yeah, but like he's conflating that with
right.
Of course, look how he calls him Tony Fauci instead of he's a fucking Tony. He's a doctor. He's our highest level medical expert on disease, bro. And you're gonna call him Tony? Like, okay, dude.
Hey, yo, Tony.
That's Dr. Tony to you, dick tuck. Anyway, yeah, he's lying.
Necessary. Instead, masks are purely a sign of political obedience, like Kim Il-sung pins in Pyongyang.
Again, it's like, what are you talking about? Masks are not a sign of political obedience. How are they still saying this? Pyongyang? Pyongyang?
Yeah, that's the capital of North Korea.
I know, but what does masks have to do with Pyongyang?
He's just saying that you have to, people that are wearing the masks are bowing down to the government the way that somebody in North Korea would, I guess. I mean, can't really try and pick apart the analogies on this because
I'm trying because he's sitting here acting like he's doing something. So I'm trying to understand what this motherfucker's trying to say.
We wear them because we have to. The only people who wear masks voluntarily outside are zealots and neurotics.
Come on.
I don't feel like a zealot, and I wear one because I want to be safe, and also because I don't want to make people around me uncomfortable. It just feels like a common courtesy kind of thing at this point.
Yeah, like they say, well, Fauci said, which I think is a good point, the only reason really to wear, well, first of all, usually when I go walk my dogs, I don't wear a mask, but if I'm going to be around people and I know it, of course I'm going to wear a mask. But I'm fully vaccinated, But they say, the optics are important because we want people to know it's still important to wear masks. That's what the doctors say. So the perception is important that like everyone still wear a mask.
And you don't know if the people around you are vaccinated. Exactly. And so if I'm fully vaccinated and I go into a Starbucks or something and there's somebody in there who, is at risk in some way and they see me, they don't know if I'm vaccinated. They could think that I'm about to give them a disease. Like it just seems like it's a simple courtesy to do.
Yeah, it's just, and there's plenty of people who who cannot get this vaccine because their immune system is compromised. People who are undergoing chemotherapy, who have cancer, for example. And of course, Tuck the Dick just wants them all to fucking die.
COVID-19.
And they always conveniently forget that in Southeast Asia, who have been the most effective at dealing with this virus, in China and Taiwan,
Vietnam has been
these motherfuckers don't have COVID because wearing masks is a huge part of their culture. New Zealand doesn't have COVID, straight up, no fucking COVID.
Must be nice.
They don't wear masks. You know why? Because there's no COVID there.
How neurotic are they? Well, we know. A Pew survey from last March found that 64% of white Americans who classify themselves as liberal or very liberal have been diagnosed with an actual mental health condition.
There you go. I mean, guys, so like, how do we live with somebody who's basically saying here that white liberals are mentally ill? That's why they wear masks. The reason they wear masks and the reason they do everything is because they're mentally ill. That's the only justification. What study is he citing, by the way?
Or very liberal.
He said it. Pew Research poll. I mean, that didn't even sound like a study. It sounded like a poll. So those are people that self-report that they have a mental illness. And also, a mental illness can be depression. I don't think that's really going to impact your cognitive reasoning ability.
White liberals are probably people who tend to be, people who are more, there's a lot of stigma against mental health. And so I think people...
they're more willing to...
they're probably more open with their... Like, I would say I struggle with mental health, in my life, for sure.
Sure.
Anyone who's honest would say that, to be honest with you. Like, no, like Tucker's obviously clearly fucking has a extreme personality disorder.
No, he's very normal. He's a very normal man with his insane Joker laugh. Him and Dobrik.
Right. Dude, I can't believe he literally just said, this line sent me.
Of white Americans who classify themselves as liberal or very liberal have been diagnosed with an actual mental health condition.
I can't get over this line. We're all mentally ill. If you wear a mask, you are mentally ill.
And you see them everywhere when you walk down the street in any major city. If you dare to go on foot from Union Station to the Capitol, for example, in Washington without wearing a mask, angry Biden voters will snort at you in judgment. How could you? They're saying.
I doubt that. I see people with maskless all the fucking time. I don't snort and jolt at them. And in LA, a lot of people wear masks. And guess who says shit to the people not wearing masks outside? Nobody. I've never seen anybody say anything to them. Fucking weird fantasy world he lives in. Where does he live? DC?
I would guess New York, but to be honest, I don't know. Maybe DC.
Where's he live? Somebody look that up. I got to know where this douche fuck lives.
I'm checking right now.
Where he's walking around, people are snorting at him.
Please take off your mask.
Fuck you.
There was an article from last year saying he sold his home in D.C. and bought a house in Florida. So maybe he's a Florida guy now.
He's right at home. Oh, I'm sure he sees lots of people getting in fights over you should be wearing a mask in Florida.
It looks like his show is taped in New York, though, which is what I figured. So, this dude has multiple houses. He's a trust fund baby.
He's
an heir to like a billionaire fortune, or maybe not quite billionaire. But
he is. Well, he's really successful in his own
the
right,
Swanson frozen food.
Oh, this motherfucker's got Swanson money?
He's got Swanson money.
Interesting.
Yeah, his full name is Tucker Swanson McNear Carlson.
Oh, no wonder he took the Swanson. That sounds a little bit much. Tucker Swanson. Tuck the dick Swanson.
I think he also doesn't necessarily want people to know that because his whole shtick is like the everyman thing. But he is not an everyman. He is.
What's his net worth? Basically, according to Google, which of course can't really trust, but
so net worth is
Tucker Carlson.
Well, it says his net worth is $30 million, but I find that really hard to believe.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very high. I'm sure he makes that much even from Fox. I mean, what? He's got to make more money than that. Anyway, whatever.
Behind the gauze. How could you? That's the question we should be asking of them in return. The rest of us should be snorting at them first. They're the aggressors. It's our job to brush them back and restore the society we were born in.
So in this hypothetical dogfight on the street, where people who aren't wearing masks outside are being attacked by the society and everybody.
Snorting hordes, according to him.
There's a guy without a mask. I have never seen that. Have any of you guys ever seen that?
I've never seen a mass confrontation one way or another. No.
I've never seen a mass confrontation.
No.
Especially,
I've seen people in public without a mask, especially, earlier in the pandemic when everybody was a lot more freaked out about it. And
did you bark at them like a dog?
No, I didn't say shit, but I got to say I gave them a wide berth and stay the fuck away from them. Because
yeah, you just walk around them.
Yeah.
I go like this. I spit in their face. So in his hypothetical dogfight happening everywhere around America where people are just brawling, no, we need to attack them first because we know what they're thinking. So paranoid.
So the next time you see someone in a mask on the sidewalk or on the bike path, do not hesitate. Ask politely but firmly, would you please take off your mask?
Bro, can you imagine the fucking balls? If somebody came up to you on the street and said, dude, you need to take your mask off. What happened to personal liberty, tuck? What happened to the conservative personal freedoms? I can't wear a mask now outside? What is this insanity? He's telling his fans, his audience, you need to go up to people outdoors and tell them, remove your mask. Yo, you remember the super spreading event at the White House? That happened outdoors, dip fuck. It happened at an outdoor
take off your
event
mask.
when your president almost died of COVID until he had like baby stem cells injected into his fucking eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I think generally outdoors is pretty safe, but if there's a lot of people there, I mean, I was just looking at because they've been updating the guidelines since people are getting vaccinated now. And, you know, they said if you're outdoors, you're doing activity, whatever, not really necessary to wear a mask. But say you go to like a crowded outdoor
Farmer's
activity.
market.
Yeah, exactly. You can definitely still catch it there. So
Yeah, I mean, look at the White House event, which was the super spreader. You know, it got transmitted by like dozens of people. They were sitting in chairs close together, and, you know, a lot of people caught COVID. But also, besides that, it's none of your fucking business, dude.
it's just such a non-intrusive thing to
It's
like wear a
none
piece
of your
cloth.
business,
Doesn't
dude.
matter.
If people want to wear masks or not, why should that offend you, you fucking snowflake? Snowflake outrage right here, bro.
SJW, Tucker Carlson, the
He
social
is.
justice warrior.
That's what I'm saying. These conservatives turn into the social justice warriors. They don't see it, but they are. I mean, this is some Zarna shit, right? Like, go up to people and say, remove your mask. It's offensive to me. Dude, I wouldn't even know what to say if somebody said that to me. I would just be flabbergasted. Nobody, dude.
Science shows there is no reason for you to be wearing it. Your mask is
He believes
making
in
me
science now.
uncomfortable.
Your mask is making me uncomfortable. Okay, Snowflake, why is it making you uncomfortable? It doesn't affect you. Bro, you need to say, they are the snowflakes. Your mask is making me uncomfortable. He's so triggered. He needs a safe space of the masks are triggering Tuck. Your mask is making me uncomfortable. It looks a lot like the device I use to tuck my dick behind my legs. I'm very uncomfortable right now. This is the most, I mean, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen on television almost.
Please take off your mask for you to be wearing it. Your mask is making me uncomfortable. We should do that, and we should keep doing it until wearing a mask.
You're a pussy. You would never do that. You don't say shit to anybody, bitch. I dare you to go up to some random dude on the street and tell him to take off their mask. Tell it to a big guy, too, tough fuck, and see what happens. You little bitch. Fuck you. He's such a pussy. You know he would never say that to anyone. We should. Fuck you. Such a phony. Fuck! He is. You aren't saying shit to anybody, Tuck. And I'm not a tough guy, but I feel like if Tuck came up to me and said that, even I, who's a little bitch and probably would cower from any fight, would be like, eat shit, Tuck. Fuck off.
Get the fuck out!
Take your mask off.
Outside is roughly as socially accepted as lighting a Marlboro in an elevator.
Let me back up to really take that one in.
Wearing a mask outside is roughly as socially accepted as lighting a Marlboro in an elevator.
Sorry? Wearing a mask outside is as socially accepted as lighting a Marlboro in an elevator. He's comparing wearing masks to secondhand smoke? Someone make that make sense.
He's just saying it's as much of a social faux pas as
Wearing a mask outside?
that's what I'm gathering.
That harms nobody?
Right.
You're talking about secondhand smoke? You're talking about hotboxing an elevator with secondhand smoke? People think this guy's smart.
It's repulsive. Don't do it around other people. That's the message we should send because it's true. As for forcing children to wear masks outside, that should be
Tucker's going to be going up to like kids getting chemotherapy, kids who are like super immune deficient. He's in the elevator of the hospital going down to get some fresh air. He's got a mask on. He's like, fuck, what the fuck are you doing, kid? I might as well just light up a cigarette and hotbox this elevator. Take that fucking
your
mask
mask is making me uncomfortable.
He's such a fucking piece of shit.
Be illegal. Your response when you see children wearing masks as they play should be no different from your response to seeing someone beat a kid in Walmart.
Yeah. You see a kid getting the shit beat out of him in Walmart, You're seeing, does Carl beat his kids? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, think about what he's saying. If I saw a kid getting beat up in Walmart, I would find that pretty disturbing. But to him, it's like, no, I see that all the time. Just like
no different than putting a piece of cloth on your face.
Bruh. Dude, this is crazy. This is the craziest shit I ever heard.
When you see children wearing masks as they play should be no different from your response to seeing someone beat a kid in Walmart. Call the police immediately. Contact Child Protective Services. Keep calling until someone arrives. What you're looking at...
Kids wearing masks. By the way, in Walmart and I think every store in America at this point, they require you to wear masks. So Carl's saying, go shopping at Walmart and you need to call Child Protective Services. Those kids would be better off in foster care than parents that take their health seriously.
Is abuse. It's child abuse, and you are morally obligated to attempt to prevent it. If it's your own children being abused, then act accordingly. Let's say your kid's school emailed you to announce that every day after lunch, your sixth grader was going to get punched in the face by a teacher. Stop! How would you respond to that?
Dude,
That's precisely how you should respond when they tell you that your kids have to wear masks on the soccer field. That is unacceptable, it is dangerous, and we should act like it, because it is.
Dangerous.
But too few of us have responded like that.
Not you either, pussy.
What
okay, so your child, bro, how is he really saying this? I don't get it.
Would you like it if I shot your child in the face? You wouldn't like that very much, would you?
He's like, how would you respond if your child was being punched in the fucking face by his teacher at full force? Well, that's what's happening every day in America with masks.
And this is why I say, I don't.
Nobody believes that.
I don't think he believes it at all. Like, he'll just say anything.
Yeah, but like, well, what about the people watching? Some of them. I mean,
yes, exactly. And
people
then,
laughing like, "Oh, Tucker, he's so crazy." No.
And now, T-minus, how many days until the Karen videos of somebody doing exactly that to people in public?
Oh yeah,
to take
the
off.
movement.
I mean, that's coming.
He is a legend.
Tucker, yeah. Oh my God. I mean, it's so upsetting. Like, damn. People are working so hard. I mean, I've talked about this, but in India, they're literally burning people in the street because the virus is so out of control there. Here we've worked hard to get it under control in America, and with vaccines and social distancing and wearing masks, we've been able to get to a manageable place in most of the country. And now it's like, instead of following through and finishing the fucking job, people like this want to sell outrage. Meanwhile, in India, they're out of medical oxygen. They don't have enough vaccines, and people are dying so fast. There's so many new cases. They're burning bodies in the street. That's what's happening in India.
Please take off your mask.
I don't understand their end game. I just don't understand the goal here. I don't get it. It's
more attention, more division, more polarization, so that
Here's India, by the way, Tucker. Here's your utopia.
Should I show that? It's pretty grisly.
I don't think you can see bodies. Just
you can't see bodies.
It's just wood burning. But I've seen pictures of parking lots and streets just full of bodies on fire because there's nowhere to. There's just so many people dying.
It's scary.
I saw a video of these poor guys yesterday where their mom, 50 years old, healthy lady, she ran out of medical oxygen and she passed away. And there's nobody to take her. There's nobody to do anything. They waited days for somebody to come pick up the body. And what they had to end up doing is they got on their motorcycle, their little moped, and they had to both sit with their mom's dead body sandwiched between them, and they had to drive her to a morgue like that.
Wow.
That is really dark.
Tucker should go spend a fucking weekend in India.
Please take off your mask.
Before he gets so offended at people wearing masks. It's making me very uncomfortable. Your mask is making me very uncomfortable.
Your mask is making me uncomfortable.
Now, this is dystopian, I feel like. I feel like he's working against the interests of humanity. He's on the side of the robots. I don't know. Someone, you know what I mean? If there's somebody trying to kill the humans, the robots.
He's a Terminator.
Yeah, he works for the Terminators, man.
Skynet, baby.
He's on the wrong side.
He's the T-100.
The year is 2021. A man was sent from the future to eradicate humanity. His name, Tuck the Dick Carlson. He's undercover as a human agent to send disinformation and to pit the humans against each other. So far, it's worked. Almost 600,000 Americans have died, millions around the world. Tucker, I'm so offended when you wear your mask. It's working.
Please take off your mask.
People are fighting in the streets and spitting on each other in dogfights over not wearing masks. Ha ha ha, the end is coming. Beep boop beep. Tucker Carlson reporting it. Tucker Carlson journal entry. April 28, 2021. I have successfully convinced the humans to not wear masks and to fight each other. I am now saying that the vaccine can't be trusted and people should not get vaccinated.
Call the police immediately.
And now I am wasting their resources and having police respond to people wearing masks on the street. Pure chaos. I'll report in tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be convincing humans not to eat. Tomorrow, I'll be convincing humans to shit in the street because toilets aren't safe. The end is clearly here. Yeah, that's honestly the only best explanation I've heard, is that he's a Terminator from the future.
I watched that film.
That'd be
riveting.
I mean, that would help me understand.